Alright guys, let's get this thing started off here. Alright, let's do this here. First, let's go over Trump's tweets here. Let's go over Forex Factory here. We're gonna go on X, see what the hell Trump is talking about today, specifically, because I know obviously that I'm gonna have to put like my post notifications on. specifically with just Trump, to be brutally honest. Oh yeah, Australia's going through it right now. Trump tracker.
We have major points of agreement. I would say almost all points of agreement. Perhaps that hasn't been conveyed. The communication, as you know, has been blown to pieces. They're unable to talk to each other. But we've had very strong talks. Mr. Witkoff and Mr. Kushner had them. They went, I would say, perfectly. I would say that if they carry through with that, it'll end that problem, that conflict, and I think it'll end it very, very substantially. We have very much in mind our partners in the Middle East. We've had great relationships with a lot of them, as you know. A lot of them were surprisingly hit, and I was surprised to see it, and so was everyone else. But we have they're very much in mind in the discussions. So the discussions took place yesterday. They went into yesterday evening. They want very much to make a deal. We'd like to make a deal too. We're going to get together today by probably phone, because it's very hard to find a country. It's very hard for them to get out, I guess. But we'll at some point very, very soon meet. We're doing a 5-day period. We'll see how that goes. And if it goes well, we're going to end up with settling this. Otherwise, we'll just keep bombing our little hearts out. We have had very, very strong talks. We'll see where they lead. We have major points of agreement. I would say almost all points of agreement. Perhaps that hasn't been conveyed. The communication, as you know, has been blown to pieces.
So this is after everybody said, hey, because earlier this morning, Trump tweeted that they're coming to an agreement that, essentially, this whole thing might end soon. They're no longer going to bomb them anymore, which is very bullish for markets here. This is actually, and it's crazy that you could actually look at this on SPX. You can see that the moment that Trump made that announcement this morning here, the exact moment, and this is a crazy presidency, man, because the moment that tweet was sent out, you can see, boom, automatically $2 trillion back in the market, right? Now, the real question is it true? Now, there's a couple things here that I want you to be aware of. First off, we're still bearish on SPX. This looks like an entire area that still needs to be conquered here. The 2-day is technically still bearish. If we really look at it on the weekly so far, it's not looking good either. We broke already, just starting off the week, already opened below structure point, which means that we're going to probably come here. I've been talking about us hitting this area here for a long time now, right? I've talked of us getting to 6,400 SPX for a very long time. The market needs relief, and Trump is aware that he doesn't want the market to go too bearish here, but now down 8% from highs here. Trump is very aware that he has to be careful, because oil prices, this can cause us a recession. Another 10% drop will be in an initial recession, right? So if we get to my level, the next level that I'm talking about, that I really predicted back in January, if this is a potential here, if we get here, we're in a full-blown recession, guys. Like this area here, 17 to 20%, that would be considered recessionary. And we're not too far away from that. You know, we aren't. Now, what I want to be aware of here is that this morning when he did tweet that, and this is very important, I'm actually, for the Discord students, going to make an X tracker so that way we can put it on, we can put it in our Discord. So every single time Trump tweets, we get some type of alert here for VIP students here. Because right now, let me make a note of that actually, because right now this is becoming kind of crazy. Okay. I'm going to put a Trump tracker in the Discord. Every time he makes a tweet, because this war is just becoming so ridiculous, I'm going to make something so every single time a tweet of Trump comes, it'll be alerted and put directly into the Discord. And I'm going to make sure that it's the first alert there, you know. Now, obviously, this morning when he made that tweet, it was right here. It's on Truth Social. You could see it was 8 a.m. It was retweeted here. Peace through strength, but it was really uploaded on Truth Social here in the morning. So from Truth Social, we'll post it on here. Okay. Now, there's two scenarios here. Okay. There's two scenarios here because this is huge, right? This could affect all fundamental news, not just fundamental news. This will affect a lot of like how our trading is gonna be the next couple weeks. Because if the deal is done, like let's say Iran is over with, we're bullish. And the market is oversold, which means that we'll have a huge jump in price. And we're gonna buy gold. We're gonna make the easiest money in the world, right? If this war is over, or this potential quote unquote war and conflict is over. Now, if it's not true, or just kind of how Trump called it off earlier, like called it a little bit early, too early. He did that before over here. Remember, guys, when all of this here was, when the price of oil jumped to 120 a barrel, Trump said it was basically done. It was over. Nothing's going to happen. Prices jumped down 39%. Okay. I actually might want to buy oil soon. Oil buys look decent for a swing. Look at oil right now. I'm gonna look for a pullback on oil, but oil looks good. Oil hit our area of my signal area. I'm gonna start swinging oil. I'm going in oil. As soon as I see a pullback, I'm going in oil for buys. I'm calling bullshit. I call bullshit on this whole conflict. So I'm waiting for a pullback. I'm waiting for a pullback on price here. Okay. I'll look for the absolute buy here. I'm gonna send this as a signal, to be honest. Yeah, I'm gonna send this as a signal. Yeah, to be honest, guys, I call bullshit on this. I call bullshit on all of it. I think Trump is just trying to avoid anything crazy here. If I was a leader of America, I'd probably try to do the same thing so markets don't over rally or over plummet. I call bullshit on this. He has to do that, guys. A lot of you guys are probably like, well, why is Trump lying? He's a horrible person. You guys understand that he has to lie. The economy right now, every time the unemployment rate goes up by 1% or the S&P falls by about 3 to 5%, I think it's like 40,000 kids starve. Some crazy number happens. It's some crazy numbers. 40,000 kids starve. Something crazy. I don't even know. Right? I'm sending this out as a signal. Yeah, I just called the signal here. Our gold sell is in profit right now. I'm stocked up heavy and at least over a standard right now in gold sells. If this goes to where I believe it's going to go, which I'm pretty confident in, I'm thinking... All right, I'm sorry guys if I'm a little unorganized here so far. I've just started this off and I started already adjusting positions, buying and selling. I'm calling bullshit on this. I'm calling bullshit on the Iran war being done. Now, it could be the biggest thing that I regret, or this could be a huge setup. It could be a huge trading setup. Again, the reason I'm calling bullshit is the mitigation here looks too good on oil. Looks really good on oil, to be honest. Looking for a stronger pullback on oil. That's what we need, to be brutally honest. As soon as it hits this zone here, I'm back in it. But oil looks good. Another thing is, another reason why is because we just completed the order flow on Dixie. You see that? Dixie looks bullish, guys. this right here, order flow, see that? Dixie structure. If structure had broken today, I would say, okay, maybe we're gonna sell oil. There's still a lot of money in dollars, guys. And I don't think the war in Iran is over. I think they just want some peace here. But Trump is an idiot in a certain way. I love Trump, but there's one thing, he's a genius, but this is why I think, and I'm going to give you guys a really philosophical reason why I believe this war will continue. Okay? Iran is known as what? Okay? They're known as shy Muslim. Okay? The leaders are. Okay? Why this is important is because the head leaders and at least 10 to 15% of the population of obviously of Iran is shy Muslim. Okay, primarily believing the leadership after the Prophet Muhammad passed to his cousin-in-law, okay, and his descendants. They emphasize the Quran and the teachings. Okay, they believe in divine appointment in leaders. Why this is important is because even if 10 to 15%, let's say granted 10% of the population, or in between 12%, are these Muslims, that leaves a total of what? The highest elite in power in Iran are shy Muslims. They're more radical. Now, I don't want to say radical in a negative way. They're just more faithful. Now, what that means is, like, if 90 million people, 10 to 12% of them, that would mean a total of about, let's say 10 million. Let's say half of them are men. That leaves 5 million men that are a little bit more shy Muslim. They have an obligation to mourn for 40 days after the passing of a leader. Okay? This is known as what? The 40-day mourning period. Okay? This is known as, I don't know how to even pronounce this. Okay, Shalom. It's the anniversary of martyrism. Okay, when their group leader dies. Okay? Why this is important is because right now they are practicing this as we speak. What date did Trump kill the Iran leader? Okay. The date, according to reports, was February 28th and March 21st. President Donald Trump announced was killed. Okay? The leader. What is 40 days from March 1st? April 10th. Okay? April 10th. Why is that important in the calendar? Why am I talking about all of this here? The reason this is important is because the real devastating wrath of Iran hasn't been felt yet. It will be felt 40 days after the mourning period. Because after the mourning period, what happens next? Okay, what happens next? Usually, there, and this isn't with everybody there, usually there's a transition, but most importantly, there now is a rule to fight, right? And it's a tradition. This is a tradition. And there's certain articles that are talking about it, but usually it means they're ready to fight, right? And if this is true, we won't feel the wrath of what's really going on with the Iranian people until what? April 10th. That's why I call bullshit. I call bullshit because we just killed the leader of another nation and we haven't seen anything happen in the United States. I call bullshit. Not only do I call bullshit, structure calls bullshit. Structure looks like it's breaking to the upside. And because of that, I believe it's bullcrap. I believe that in those 5 days, it will give some rest to the market and something will happen in the weekend if there's not a deal made. Now, I could be wrong. Again, I might not be right. I'm never right all the time. But this is why. April 10th. And am I on the right day? Let's make sure I'm on the right day. April 10th. What day is that? I might be off by a day or two. April 9th, April 10th. Something will happen. Something will happen that will affect price in all markets. Okay? And because of that, I call bullshit. The price of oil, even if, granted, we're in a recession-fearing sentiment, even with the price of oil going down, let's be real, guys. Oil from still the beginning of March is still up 30%. You don't think people feel that yet? People feel that. People are already feeling that. It doesn't matter what you think about it. People are already feeling that. So when we get the flash manufacturing PMI and the inflation report, or the PMI comes out better than expected, this should rally markets. But before then, we'll probably see a sell-off tomorrow morning. Unemployment claims continue to rise. And this week, you don't have too much news. There's lower volatility, which means more free fall. There's no positive news this week. Other than maybe tomorrow, flash manufacturing PMI. Maybe. That means clean price action. Very clean price action. And with the fake news up so much, more fear and hysteria is going to take place as this deal isn't done. So what does this mean? So John, what does this mean? I'm bullish on Dixie for the week, guys. I'm bullish. I'll call bullshit. And again, some of you guys might disagree, but price action agrees, right? I'm still calling for SPX to be bearish. It's broken and closed below structure. I'm calling for more sells tomorrow. Now, do I believe price can break to the upside? Of course. This thing could go into order flow and it could break to the upside. 100%. But I see this more bearish than bullish. 100%. Some of you guys might be like, well, John, this thing mitigated. It did mitigate. This is what we need to pay attention to, is what did external structure do? Did external structure break? Daily, bearish. 12-hour, bearish. 8 hours, somewhat bullish. 4 hour you could argue is bullish. Everything else is bearish here. And most importantly, the most important chart, the daily is super bearish. I'm calling bullshit on this, and SPX is a sell. We're going to sell tomorrow SPX. Tomorrow the Dow Jones, today was a sell. Some of you guys might say, hey John, it was a buy today. Absolutely not. I don't believe Trump. I believe Trump is doing this to help the market to get a pullback, because he saw how bad it was this morning. I mean, dude, anybody else that sees the market go down 3%, the Dow Jones, in such a short amount of period of time, you're gonna probably, and you see an impulse move like that, you're getting pressure from Wall Street to do something, you know? But what is this? This looks like institutional manipulation. This looks like Trump's Wall Street buddy said, hey, we need you to move the market up. Move the market up for us so we could start taking some profit. Let retail back in. That's what it looked like. Right? My Russell trade did pretty good, pretty decent. So I'm calling shorts on indices this week. I don't look at anything bullish. The only thing I look at is maybe price will come back to mitigate this zone here. But other than that, I'm more bearish on price action for now. If there's a deal that's strike, I'm wrong. Okay, if I'm wrong, that's fine. I don't give a fuck if I'm wrong. Okay, and I'm sorry guys if I'm swearing here. But if I'm wrong, the risk to reward is much greater. Look, if we're wrong, okay, yeah, I might lose $1,000, $2,000 for being wrong. But I'm going for 3 to 5K on each setup, right? If I'm right, we make 3 to 5K on each setup. If I'm wrong, okay, I'm wrong. I lose $1,000. It is what it is. I'll come back to fight another day on each setup. I usually risk $1,000 on each trade. Right? So if I'm wrong, guys. But I don't think I'm wrong. I understand geopolitics just as well as I understand trading. And look at what SPX is doing right now. Let's look at gold volatility. Gold volatility is starting to skyrocket, but it needs to come back down. It needs to fall. Usually gold volatility that's bullish like this is very bullish for gold. Right now it's bearish because of the chances of deflation. Right? The yields, the 10-year yield is skyrocketing right now, higher than it's been in months. Last time it was this high was July, one of the worst months of the year, and we're still technically in March. This is technically a very bullish month. So if it's bad now, guys, it's going to get worse in April, May. It's going to get worse. So that's just kind of my thought process here. Whoa, look at gold, man. I'm in some shorts for gold right now. You check the chat. I dumped it in there. We're up what, like? I'm on a swing trade. Honestly, I should have made like 20 or 30,000 on this trade. It's embarrassing that I'm not up fucking $20,000-$30,000 on this fucking trade. It's embarrassing. But it is what it is. I'll take 3 to 4K. embarrassing that I'm not up way more. So what ended up happening was on some trades here at like 5,000, I did you know, short here, and I did short about, you know, even $5,100 in some shorts right here. So what I'm looking for here is, this is what I'm looking for. Price obviously went to that side. Price mitigated, swiped liquidity, and went to the downside here. This is what I'm looking at next. Let's clean this up here because it's a little too messy for everybody. So this is yo, bro. I love being funny, man. It's just, I love trolling. It's just hilarious. Okay, so let's go here. Tough love, man. Tough love. Okay, what did price go? It went to November 2025 levels. I mean, we all called sells here. This is like embarrassing. Unfortunately, guys, gold is still a sell. Unfortunately, I just don't want to sell it too much, but yeah, gold's gonna extend to the, gold's gonna come back down to 4,000. I mean, it's not like it doesn't take a rocket scientist to tell you that, right? See this right here? This was the trade. So if we know that it's going to extend downward here, what is it aiming for? That's the real question. Let's look at what's here. Let's look at what's here. And what is right here. Oh, there we go. Yo, bro, it's so funny, bro. I'm looking at areas where price will probably bounce on the external structure side. That's what I'm looking for. The TP. Probably this area that needs to get filled. This imbalance that needs to get filled. This is already filled. This area here hasn't gotten filled. It's probably what it's going to come target next. Now we have our areas of where price is going to go long term. Most likely here to 4,000. Institutional number. What am I looking for right now? Asian range. Wow. Potential sell-off tomorrow if we have a break of the Asian range. Here. Short scalp. Internal sells. We'll see it tomorrow. We'll see how it goes. Now, maybe I'm wrong, guys. Again, if I'm wrong, I'm wrong. But if I'm wrong tomorrow, it is what it is. So, yeah, tomorrow I'm looking to sell. We'll trade in the live session tomorrow and sell off here. Let me look at CAD here. Yeah, USD CAD is still bullish, guys. Like, I just, again, structure is still bullish. If structure is still bullish, guys, I'm bullish on USD CAD. If structure is still bullish, we're still buying CAD, and CAD's going to go higher. So, USD CAD is still a buy. We're going to go for more buys on CAD. This thing's going to run. This thing's going to run. And it's been running even today. This is ridiculous, guys. USD JPY. GU. GU will probably sell off tomorrow. Look at this fuckery on GU. Look at this. Like, what is this, dude? Sometimes I look at certain charts and I just hate price. Like, it just looks so ugly. It's so ugly. Like, look at this on GU here. It's such an ugly, ugly, ugly pair. This is going to sell off by tomorrow, though. If, obviously, we're going to look for sells. If Dixie starts to run, Australia is going to shit right now. But it doesn't mean that the AUD USD is going to drop dramatically. It doesn't mean that necessarily. If oil keeps continuing, then yes. If they go through their oil crisis, AUD USD is going to be an easy sell. Very easy sell. To be honest, it looks like it's already mitigating and getting ready to make its new low. AUD USD is going to come here. Then it's going to come over here. Again, this is if the whole oil news is bullshit. If not, this is all a swipe of liquidity. What they like to do. I'm in more sells for BTC. Still in these sells. I call these sells in the chat. I'm still in these sales. Video looks okay. Meta at Tesla. All right, guys. I appreciate y'all. Love y'all. And I will talk to y'all soon. We will trade tomorrow. Peace, guys.